Hi, I'm Rob from Hobbsy. Thanks for joining me live here on YouTube with slightly, if you're looking, camera work at the moment. Yeah, we've been trying to get StreamYard working. It's not having it, so I'm trying it on the old directly on the audio YouTube. So things aren't quite as they should be as normal. So give me a second to figure things out. Yeah, some weird fucking thing going on with the camera. Has it got a smudge on it? Trying to get me kin. Let me shit working, mate. Oh, what's happened there? That's my little thing you do. Yeah, don't seem to be able to get me mic on, so this is bullshit, isn't it? So anyway, just give it a minute for people to turn up if they want to join in, and I will crack on with the beers just in a minute. So everybody who's watching this after the fact, thanks a lot. Thanks for putting up with. Is that better? Lighting in here is dog shit, mate. Yeah. So yeah, sorry if audio is not great. I'm trying to sort that out. This is all new to me. Channels live settings. Don't know what that is. Sorry about this. Just bear with me, and then we will get into the beers in a minute. Just waiting for you for a couple of. Hey, hello, anybody who's signed in. It's all new to me. It won't let me. Is the audio all right? Put something in the chat. Is the audio looks really low on mine? I've got my lav mic on and everything. Whoop whoop whoop. It's not picking it up for some reason. Yeah, if you're watching, let me know if it sounds okay, because I can't tell. And it's not letting me do anything else, is it? Yeah, if you're in the chat, let me know if the sound's okay. I don't want to waste these beers, and I don't want to waste everybody's valuable time, because I'm just getting 2 bars on the sound. It's not looking great. I don't want to crack on if no one can hear me, and I've got like an hour of just me just going like this, not being able to really. Channel level settings. Come on, just let me do something. Let me do that. Change that. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry about this. I do appreciate your time. Yeah, it's all a bit new to me. Is going. I said I'd normally use StreamYard. I'm getting this weird gradient at the top of the thing. Or is that just to do with the video? I feel like I'm getting a weird gradient of. Yeah, if you're watching, let me know. Is sound okay? I don't shout, but I don't know where my mic is. Is it anywhere? Where's my mic? Where's my mic? It just sounds. I don't know if it's great audio. So let me know what this sounds like. This is going to be 5 minutes of me just saying, can you tell me if it sounds all right? Sounds okay. Thank you very much, Paul. Cool. Yeah, I'm going into settings. I'm just like, just let me pick my microphone. YouTube. Let me pick my microphone. Shall we just crack on? Picture okay. Oh, well, if everything's all right. Cool. Let's crack on then. Skip the first 4 minutes of this video. So I've had these beers for a couple of weeks and just not found the right moment to open up. And it is the Flux beers from Verdant, brewed in collaboration with none other than Track. So my 2 top breweries in collaboration, and one's a pale ale, phase 1, phase 2 is an IPA, and phase 3 is double IPA. So you can drink them all. I'm not going to finish them all. It's not going to be all right. It's not going to be a complete shit show. It's going to be like one of Craig's streams. I'm just going to put these into my coal bag, so I don't have to go to the kitchen, back to the fridge. And I want another beer. So that's that. There. You don't open up. Trying my best here. Trying my best. Usually so professional, aren't I, as well? Right then. First one. So we got. This is phase 1, and it is a pale ale at 5.2% ABV. Right, I've got this thing lined up. Let me show you this. Let me pop this on. Because James from Verdant gives you a lovely. little.
Wow. These are genuinely some of the hoppiest beers we've ever produced. Hello.
James, give you a bit of a
What
rundown.
a web release we've got this week. It's a collab with Track, or 3 collabs with Track. We have gone to town with 3 of our favourite New Zealand hops. Nelson Sauvin, Nectaron, NZH 101. And with each of these beers, a pale ale, IPA, double IPA, we featured one of those hops with at 80% of the dry hops. So they really are front and centre in your face.
Sound exciting, don't they?
Oh my gosh. So the pale ale is Nelson Sauvin Heavy. Let's go to the IPA. The IPA is Nectaron Heavy.
My goodness.
And then the double IPA is NZH 101 Heavy.
So it's Nelson.
Blimey, this is just packed. And my goodness,
that sounds fun.
It looks pretty amazing. Okay, so smells, DIPA. Super fruity, limey, lemon, dank. The IPA, that Nectaron Juju. What is it? Who? Nobody knows. It's peachy, it's fruity, it's stone fruit. Pale ale, Nelson Sauvin in your face. Right, drinks. Let's go. Oh. Wow. They're just stupendously hoppy, multifaceted, layered, beautiful beers with our wonderful friends at Track. These are genuinely some of the hoppiest beers we've ever produced. Yeah. Go and get them.
Is my grey-haired idol, obviously Jake. Jake in the chat saying Rob's changed a bit. Tan, a little bit older. Actually, we're probably really similar with me, Jake. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. There's James from Verdant. Give you a little rundown. He's quite excited about these beers. I'm excited about these beers too. So let's go on with the pale ale. A Verdant glass, no less. Yeah, if you're going to do it right, come on. Do it right. I'm not going to drink them all. But I'm going to drink a fair bit of this because I'm absolutely spitting feathers. I'm back to normal now. Mate. Right then. This one, I'm going to be maybe going a little bit longer than him. Why the hell not, eh? It's pretty damn hazy for a pale ale. What did I say ABV was? 5.2. So it's a decent whack, isn't it, for a pale ale? It's quite a sandy looking beer. Pale yellow gold. Lovely, frothy head on it. Great conditioning. So, swirl sniff. Let's check out the aroma. Oh, yeah, Baba. Oh, that's the good shit. For a pale ale, that is absolutely raging. So what's he saying this is? So this is Nelson, Nectaron, HZ 101. I think this is the one that was leading with the Nelson, wasn't it? So are we getting that Nelson? Are we getting that kind of whiny thing? Yeah, I guess you are. I'm getting kind of like a waxy lemon. Underripened pineapple. What am I fucking iconic tasting notes, I like to think. Underripened pineapple. Slightly ratty, a little bit musty, a little bit savoury. Getting that kind of lime zest at the back end. But I think it strikes a nice balance of citrus, slightly dank, and that savoury note. Anyway, I'm absolutely spitting feathers, so let's dive in. Cheers. It's an absolute creamer. No, it's nice as that. Yeah, that's lovely. One of my old rhetorics on this channel would have been saying I like beers with lots of flavour when it wasn't too strong. And I think this is a great one. I mean, because it's 5.2, it's not weak, so you've got a good amount of presence. You've got a good amount of heft to the body. It is lovely and pillowy. The flavour is in absolute spades. And I think it's those kind of, it's pineapple, lemon, kind of maybe preserved lemons, so it's not quite as zippy. the back end, you get slightly. One thing I get on some hobby beers these days is slight kind of putty. No, not putty. It's unfortunate putty, but putty, as in like a bit of blue tack or sealant or something. Have you ever licked? Oh, this sounds weird. Let me explain the situation. So do you know that you get these cans where it's got a bit of texture on it, which is, I don't know, it's maybe it's a bit of the sealant or something on the label. How they've sealed it, I don't know. Maybe maybe a laminate or something like that. What they put on it, probably a matte laminate they put on it, which is on the sticker. If you ever licked the can, it's a bit of the beer. It's usually Imperial Stout. You lick the can. That flavor, I get it all the time now. Licking a label. There you go. Oh, it tastes like licking a label. Just in the chat. All right, Greg, how you doing, mate? No StreamYard tonight. It's not working. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's what was promised on the nose. Those that pineapple's it's not too juicy. I mean, I think when pineapple gets a bit too fast, like it's going a bit soggy, you could have it going a bit, it's gone a bit overripe, or it's got, if you like you could like grill pineapple or like barbecue pineapple, so it brings out like the sugariness to it. But with this, it's on the slightly rawer kind of edge to it, slightly more kind of grassy in a way. I hate that term, grassy. And it's bitter. It's pithy lemon, and orange pith as well. I mean, if peeling oranges, I mean, lick your finger. It's got a bit of that going on. Label liquor, Craig calling me. No, come on, you've licked a label or two in your time, ain't you, mate? Don't you tell me you haven't. Right then. But I like the kind of quite drying bitterness to it. That's lovely. It's a lovely bit. As we always do with these live streams, I figured out that I can do it on this as well. So let's have a bloody look at the bloody Untapped for this one. So this is phase one. So we've got can I stream? Can I view tab? No, I think I can just. I'm gonna have to blind it. Do it blind on this one. So it's got a 4.04, which is not bad for a pale ale, is it? So yeah, 5.2% Nelson Heavy Pale Grapes, gooseberries, and unctuous creamy limes. That was around the neighbourhood, wasn't it? Gooseberries, licking labels is replace gooseberries with label licking. Then you've got me. Flux is really special through. Oh, I'll just tell you about calibration. We don't need that. So, Rob NW first to 40. Give it a 4 for the hop stop. That's a good name. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because that would be very insulting. Tysoon Bar. Where's Tysoon Bar? Maybe it's somewhere exotic. Where is it? Come on, where's Tysoon Bar? It's Bangkok. Get in there. Look at that. How long ago was that? An hour ago, somebody in Bangkok was drinking this same beer. That's amazing. Freshfields Market, Julie Foster, get a 3.5. Yeah, I guess 3.75. I think that's pretty good rating for this beer. Train beer from Johnny H. Big rating for him. It's good train beer. I'm not much of a train beer fan these days, actually. Something I don't go in for. So everybody's knocking around those late 3s, early 4s, aren't they? Sorry, just clear my throat. I'm just looking for something with a nice comment or a nice photo. No, not much happening. There's a fella there. Oh, in Earl of Essex. That's a cracking pub in London. Is Earl of Essex? They're drinking on draft in there. Nice. I think they had one of these on a put triangle near me the other week, but I think it's gone now. Ed Steam in Birmingham. Good one of the better Ed Steams than that. A lot of people once again. 4 out of 4s back in the Tysoon Bar in Bangkok. Etra Gourmet, no less. I bought it from iconic 2000s online shop based in France. But yeah, so I think that's pretty fair. That they're doing, it's knocking around mid to high 3s, early 4s. I think that's a fair rating. Let's look at the comments. I don't think I can show the comments on screen. I'm just gonna, don't know. Pin message. Can I do that? I don't know what these things do. Unpin. It's all new to me. Is this? Jake said, "Don't think I've ever had a creamy lime." Key lime pie. Think about that. It's creamy lime, innit? If you think about it. Bet a few labels will be licked in Bangkok tonight. Too right, mate. Get on it. You dirty fucking Herberts. Swearing and beer. That's what this channel's known for. You've got to have your USP, haven't you? Mine is swearing and beer. So, next up, let's get on. Move on to phase 3. Phase 3. That's what it's called. Phase 2, sorry. Getting me ahead of myself. Let's have a little rinse of the glass with a bit of water. I'd not planned that. Just want a bit of water aside. And Craig says in the chat, I like a good pie. Don't we all, mate? You take my love mic off now. It's not doing out. Sorry, I'm just getting over a bit of an illness the last fucking few weeks. Lovely quenching water. Oh, we got Raggy dropped in. Oh, yes, he's saying hoping to visit Verdant in October. Oh, I'd love to, mate. It's just such a long journey. To get there in public transport, it's like 9 hours or something. I mean, Becky's talked about driving down, but it's such a fucking long way. The thoughts were we'd go place on the way down and way back. I mean, because there's pop to Daya, so have a night in Cheltenham or something, have a night in Bristol, then down to Penryn, but then it's on the way back. You got to plan on way up back, ain't you, as well? So it's a bit of an operation just to get to one brewery. I can get to New York quicker, flight-wise. The flight to New York's like 7 hours. Obviously, pissing around in airports and stuff, but travel time, I can get to New York as quick. And would I want to go to Finback and other half and all those breweries more? Bear that in mind. 5-hour drive for him, as Raggy says. Daya as well, nice one. Yeah, I've been a Daya, but I've not been to the current tap room. Went to the original one. Back in the day with the old gang. Oh, is that working? Oh, no, it's not working. I'll turn it off. Don't know which one it's using. Right then, phase 2. 6.5. Nelson, Nectron. Maybe they're using all the same hops and all the same beers, but just in different accents. The first one was Nelson, I think, and this one's Nectron, which I think I remember James saying in the video. Yeah, so I'm saying 5-hour drive for him. That's doable, mate. I could tolerate that, especially to go to Verdant. Cost the fucking ace even wearing the t-shirt. That was on purpose, just so you know. Oh, well, I've got cloth here. That's handy, isn't it? Nice full can. As a Yorkshireman, I appreciate the value. I'm just going to have a little bit of water on my hands. I don't want a sticky hand. It'll distract me from the tasting, won't it? A little bit of water on my hand. This, in theory, this is going to be a lot more kind of like slick than it actually is. But got to roll with the punches, ain't you? StreamYard wasn't fucking having it, so here we are. Very full can. This is like to the brim. I'd show you, but I'd pour it over my work's laptop, and that'd be a terrible idea, wouldn't it? Nectron. Fucking love Nectron. So, beer in the glass. I'm going to say this looks actually paler than the previous one. I think the other one had a bit more of an orangey hue. This looks a bit more. This is it's virgin on unclear for years, Mr. Overton. Yeah, that is pretty fucking murky. More than top end. Yeah, bottom end of unclear for years on that bad boy. Put a little bit more in. Head, I'd say not as thick, not as frothy, oddly. Maybe I just expected a similar consistency for each beer. But yeah, can't see a thing through that. Swell sniff. Let's check out the aroma. Definitely on the lemon and lime. Bit of gin and tonic. Sorry, I hate that noise. I just did it. I'm trying to get rid of the snottage. Oddly, not as vibrant as the pale ale. Gotta go for the old classic. You know what I mean? If you're an old school Hopsine watcher, it's not as powerful as the pale ale. Yeah, now I'm thinking gooseberry and wine because I read those things. It's not raging out of the glass. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, pineapple again. I mean, they're all the same hops, but I guess if there's different levels, so there should be a bit more nectar on forward. I mean, aroma-wise, no, it's not jumping out for me. Anyway, but the proof is in the tasting, as a wise man once said. Well, the proof is in the drinking, that were it. Prime Mutton, I don't know why I only just started really watching him. So let's dive in. Cheers. Citrusy on the nose. I used an E word. Terrible. Nice body on it. Not quite as bitter, and it has those little daggers, little jabs of bite like the pale did. I mean, it's only 6.5, but I think the drinkability on the pale was better. I know you could say that about because it's lower ABV, but that's not just drinkability, though, is it? Doesn't just mean that you can drink a load of it and it's easy going down, because I think body and mouthfeel play a massive part in it. Maybe it's a little bit, it's a bit cloggy, a bit claggy, and a bit gluey. Yeah, it kind of hangs around on the tongue. It's less. That's gonna see. I don't usually think this much about. I mean, my reviews are. I'm in and out in a couple of minutes. You know what I mean. In and out a couple of minutes. Get the fucking job done. There you go. That's all it takes. That's all it needs sometimes, isn't it? Hey. But sometimes, in contrast, Raggy, he likes to be leisurely about his consumption, and which I should try more and more to be like that. I mean, I kind of conditioned myself years ago. Is Chad over at Chad's Beer Reviews did this? I think he did a bit of a vlog and said, if your video's over 4 minutes long, I'm not going to watch it. And I think from then on, I was always being quite determined to, and I've just stuck to that, because you kind of get in your own little flow, don't you? You kind of bang through stuff, and you don't kind of give yourself time to kind of ruminate and stuff, and discover, I guess, nuance in a beer. I guess a lot of my main reviews are it's like first impressions, tasting notes, things like that. It's not, maybe you could say it's not a full review if I'm being critical of myself. But sometimes you're in and out, aren't you? Sometimes there isn't a hell of a lot more to find. And this is, it's all right. I mean, I fucking love Verdant, but I think this is, if you gave me a bunch of Verdant IPAs, this is right in the middle of the park. What's the one with a brightly coloured can? It's got quite a long name. It's fucking brilliant. I can't remember what it's called. Raggy saying, I can do reviews in a pub in under 2 minutes, but in the shed, everything from 5 hours to 25 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? It's but you've got to have that mindset. You've got to be kind of like, what am I saying? What am I focusing on? And I guess I've just kind of conditioned myself to be fucking, here you go, have a bit of that. Wallop and fuck off. Wallop, fucking have a bit of that, fuck off. There you go, that's a t-shirt, isn't it? It's gonna make me millions. This is I'm getting off track here. But there's a kind of like this is a bit more lime. A friend, an old friend used to say on their Untapped, they used to use the term compare certain beer flavors to wine gums, and this has definitely got green wine gum all over it. I guess that is that the lime one, or is it just the flavour of green? I don't know. It's softer. Yeah, just a little bit underwhelming. If you'd have told me which would be my favourite from start, I'd have gone with this. This being my kind of beer, 6.5, perfect ABV for me. That's all. I drink a lot. Most beers I drink are probably around 6.2, 6.5. Everybody's a 6.5 in it. Go and have a look. Asvex, Beak, Verdant, Track. There's all 6.5 in it. Happy days. But yeah, it's good. But as far as Verdant goes, it's not what I were expecting. The heights of these beers I expected. It's decent. So actually, I should just pour a bit more, because I've got to go do the bloody Untapped. Let's have a look at the Untapped for phase 2. So what we're saying about this one. This is a 417. So yeah. I think that's fair. And they're saying nectaron-driven peach, pineapple, and stone fruits. I think it's just a bit muddy as far as the flavour goes. Yeah, absolute nectaron. You'd think it's nectarine. I guess it's hinting towards, I presume. And I often do get a lot of kind of like peachy nectarine kind of qualities from nectaron, but this, I think the flavour just got a little bit muddy. And I think that's was reflected in the score. It's only a 417, which is not massive. It's good, obviously, but it's not massive. So let's have a look. See if we've got any interesting little comments. If any interesting places people are drinking it. So we've got a lot of four and a bit. It's four and a bit. Upping the rating. Second time tasting on Nectron with a bitter edge. Neil Cross has improved his rating. Another can at home. The Typhoon again in Bangkok. Done a bit of label licking. You know the score. Arcade Street Tavern. 4, much better than today's previous beers. That's not always nice, isn't it? When you get a beer that is standing out a bunch above the other ones that you've been drinking. LA Cav. Where's that? I wonder where LA Cav is. I love an exotic beer location. It is. Oh, it must be in France. Le Cave. So you can get good beer in France. Blind Tiger. Is that Blind Tiger in New York? No, it's in Peterborough. Okay, it's in New York City. New York City. Fabulous craft beer location. If you've ever in Sheffield, Turner's Craft Beer Shop. I don't think I know that. Don't know what part of Sheffield that is. The Real Ale Classroom. So a lot of 4s. 4. Oh, you go. Fate Onion. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Justin Mason. Oh, it's Justin Mason. One of the old school crew over at Thingy Bob. Used to be a guest on what's it called now? Beer O'Clock Show, yeah, back in the day with Justin. He'd be a guest with Stephen Martin back in the day. Radio City Social, which I think Steve from Beer O'Clock Show works for Radio City. Nice people over in chat. They Cheltenham. What did Justin give it to? Yeah, 4. What did he say? Faint onion, pineapple notes on the nose, dank pineapple, and the merest hint of mango. Really good. Okay. Yeah, maybe I wanted more pronounced flavors, more defined flavors. I think from Justin, old school beery head, black screen, Chelmsford. There you go, Chelmsford. Yeah, they're going to be at Nottingham. They were at the. They could hear me talking. You got all the good shit, don't you? You could. Yeah, they had their beer at the National Winter Ales Festival in Rotherham. They were nice people. Beer was a little bit ropey. It was a bit homebrewy. If I'd have made it as my early home brews, I'd been quite happy with it. The commercial brew, I think you can tie things like that down to process, kit, and yeast. I think you can. I think it can highlight a lot of issues with just those things. And then you start being one of the fucking big boys like this. Two beers in question this evening. Two brews in question this evening. My two favourite brews from the UK, probably. They're definitely up there. Maybe fluctuates at time. House Vex will sneak in there, I'm sure. But I do love Verdant in track last Saturday, actually, with an old mate. I could have fucking drunk everything. They had a lot of doubles on. I was wandering down Raggy Avenue, if you know what I mean. And then we went over track. And we went over to we went over to Cloudwater. We had more doubles on there. I finished the night on a Chubbles X, 12% triple. Clearly that one needed. I felt rough as arseholes the following day. Anyway, I was getting this up before I even crack on. So there we go. Got Phase 3. Double IPA, 8%. This was one that was showcasing NZH 101, I think. My eyes are fucked, to tell you. But I'm too vain. I do have some readers from M&S. I like what Micah Richards wears because I'm a cool motherfucker. I am. Well, I used to be maybe a bit cooler than I am now. Anyway, next one up, Phase 3 Double IPA. I have to say, it doesn't look as thick as the double. I mean, as the just the straight up IPA. If you'd have given him just glasses, I'd have said this was the, by sight alone, that this was the IPA. I think I can see through it. Colour wise, it's got a load of fucking oats and wheat and stuff like that in it. So it's top end, right up at top end of Murky for Months. But not as hazy as the IPA, I'd say. The head thin film, getting stronger beers, often the case, isn't it? You don't get don't hang on to a lovely creamy head, do they quite? So swirl sniff under the table. For the old school sniff, swirl. Do you know if you're of a certain vintage, you're watching the Big Ignatian stuff, all those guys. So that's table swirl, a vigorous swirl on the table. Fucking go. Oh, it looks like I'm wanking now, but sorry. I'm not. I'm swirling like that, but on table. You can get a good old huff on it. And I got one, and it was a beauty. I'm going to steal Justin's comments from the last one. And have they put the wrong labels on? No, I'm getting acidic fried onions. So I'm getting two sides of the onion. I'm getting the chopping into the onion. That's zip. I'm getting a bit of fucking pickled onion. Getting a bit of that vinegar in there, oddly. It's that juiciness you get from pickled onions. And but then the kind of slightly more fried note. That's an onion boy. But not kind of dirty and fusty, Jake. I know you like a fusty, garlicky, oniony beer. So yeah, you might like this. So this is a newer New Zealand hop. One I've had a bunch of times, and not loads. But it's definitely, it's in that neighbourhood. Yeah. Lemon meringue pie, without a doubt. You're getting that bit, I'm going to say buttery biscuit base, but you mean these, I don't know if I want to be affiliated with that anymore. That kind of like short bread, sugary kind of backbone. Oh wow, that really jumped out. Got a real kind of pronounced sharp lemon note. Kiwi, maybe that's power of suggestion. These are New Zealand hop, but it does have that kind of. There's nothing like a kiwi fruit, is it? I used to eat a lot of kiwi. It's the greenest tasting fruit, isn't it? They're all quite greeny beers, but then I know Verdant love New Zealand hops. That's lovely. That's got a real lovely balance of the ratty, savoury onion and that sharper lime. Nice. So let's dive in. Cheers. Thanks for everybody putting up with either this bad quality video or this bad quality audio, but it's all been a bit last minute and StreamYard wasn't working. But let's see what this bloody bugger is like, and if anybody else from Nottinghamshire is the same. Let's have a bloody good slurp on this. yeah, you can see the progression in flavour. It's got a commonality to the previous one, but it's got a lot more. It's got a lot more heft to it. It's got presence. Yeah, lime again. I mean, I pick out lime a lot in beers these days. I think maybe it's the popularity of New Zealand hops that's becoming a lot more commonplace. Go back to the old days, the good old days. Take me back to of like those kind of San Diego days and stuff. I mean, the West Coast, everyone was talking about orange and tangerine and stuff like that. They were the prominent flavors. I mean, I love all that business, but it's Columbus and Cascade and Centennial. Yeah, orange, pineapple, no, orange and grapefruit were the flavors of that kind of era of craft beer. Lime is definitely prominent in these three. New Zealand, forward, focused beers, shall I say. Good amount of body. The body's a lot more pleasing than the last one. That was just a bit fucking. This is a bit more like, you know, what I mean, it's got a bit more going for it. Dankness, the onion, but we're getting a bit more resin in there. Then it's got once again, it's got that pithiness to it, which is, I think, often the kind of the form of what bitterness is often displays in beers these days. I mean, it's not bitter like get a fucking bottle of Landlord. Sorry, I'm just moving around in my chair. Numbum. Not here. Get a bottle of Landlord. That's bitter as fuck, man. Definitely in comparison to something like this. But if you went back, it's not a clean, pronounced bitterness, and it's not a rawness of hops. So I'll give this a couple of weeks as well. So it's not that, and I don't think it's. I don't think beer these days suffers as a result of that. And I like that it's something. It adds drinkability. Where I think at one point, definitely Verdant, there'll be culprits of that things became a little bit sweet and a little bit cloying. But this is very nice. Once again, yeah, you can set your expectations high, and okay, I probably did set my expectations high. I was ready to be wowed. I think they're really nice beers. The Verdant make better beers I'd say I'm going to go back to the pale before I sign off. But I really liked the pale. I thought the IPA was a little bit lost, a little bit muddy in flavour. Wasn't that pronounced? This is good, but maybe not my preferred flavour profile. Maybe there's something I like it. It's just a bit different. If you fucking give me, I can pick you right. What's that fucking Verdant beer called? It's got a really unmemorable name, but it's got like a blue, red, purple can. It's got where something. Right, I'm gonna fucking find out this Verdant where. I think it's that Verdant where. There's a lot of beers called with where. It's not going to be one of them, is it? No. I can't remember what it's called. It's just not a very memorable name, but that's a cracker. I'd have put that in as my IPA. That's an absolute belter. It came out about a month, maybe like 6 weeks ago. It was a corker. Double IPA. Streetcar site exhibition all day long, mate. Fucking brilliant. The other one the other day were good, actually. That something disco, silent disco, something Disco Avenue, or it was that were good. That were an IPA, that were good. But that other one, if I remember, I won't tell you. I'll just remember one. But I can't remember what it's called. That's a banging IPA. Streetcar IPA all day long. That's an absolute banger all day. All the citrus are that's an absolute barnstorm. That's a showstopper. Is that beer? Kind of slides under the post putty. Barrier, really. I mean, putty. Well, that's another story. Whatever. I like the point of putty, but it's not a great beer. Pale ales, Verdant. I think they just do a lot. So, and I don't buy them. So I don't think I know what I'd class as a good Verdant pale ale. I used to like Headband back in the day. I liked the difference of flavour. It took me back to the early days of drinking kind of like Stone and stuff like that in a lot of ways. Clean, maybe a little bit, maybe a bit more Munich malt, something a bit more malty. But they do it loads. They do one, that blue one with like the square, which when like a little eye in the middle or something. I like that one. That's a nice pale ale. But yeah. So I'm going to keep waffling for a minute and I'm going to jump on the old Untapped and look at what this one is while I finish this, because I want to. I know drinking a pale ale after an IPA, maybe it's not going to be a true reflection of quality of the beer, but I'm curious to see how that pale stands up after the heft of a double. Right then, so let's have a look at Untapped for the third and final beer. Any comments, questions? Bring it on. I'll stay as long as you want. I was said in and out. Fuck off. It's my deal, isn't it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it, Craig? Can you see it, mate? Anyway, so we're on phase 3. This is a 4.22. I think that's a fair rating. They're saying double IPA that lets NZH2101 off the leash. Lime, lemonade, and dank. Yeah, well, I don't think I was that far off in my comments there. More people drinking it in Bangkok. Ian Greasby, that's a good name. Greasby. Brew Tavern, and I was going a little bit. I had a bit of Brian Clough going on there. If you notice, Rocky, if you're still there, mate. Brew Tavern, I'll be there next Saturday or Sunday. I mean Friday or Saturday when I come over to Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. If you're not going, you should do. If you are, might see you. Raggy, you're probably there on Friday. I'm going Saturday. I know you went Friday last year, mate. Neil M's loving it. Give it a near 4.9 or something. 3 weeks running. Can't help myself. Still loving the draft. All right, okay. Good on you. Big old rating. Cool Shipyard. Is that Verdant? No, that's thinking, isn't it? That's Copenhagen. I think. Cool Shipyard's at Copenhagen? No, Glasgow. All right. Okay. Glasgow. I think there's one in Copenhagen, similar name. A four and a little bit. And get another Brew Tavern. Is it BKK? I presume that's Bangkok. Verdant are all over Bangkok. Pete Talbot, right fucking name that. I tell you, is he from Barnsley? That's a good name, right? Good Yorkshire name. Oh, where are you drinking, Pete? Is it New Breed Bottle Shop? Is it? Where is he? Lord Essex. Fuck off. You can't be called Pete Talbot and be from Essex. No chance. The Barnsley name, Barnsley lad in Essex. A lot of 4 and a bits. Yeah, I think that's a fair. My kind of hops and see why some people may not like much New Zealand. That's from Kyron. I wonder if talking of not quite New Zealand but Australia. I wonder if Adam took some of these beers over for our good mate Sam. I know Adam's over in Australia at the moment. He takes a bit of time with our lovely Sam. Maybe we'll see them online at some point. But I think they're quite common. I think they're quite... I go with those ratings. I think that's pretty solid. I think they're right on that one. So, there we go. It's decent. But let's get quaff this. Smidge of water. I mean, I got to be scientific on this shit, haven't I? Got to be scientific. Back into the pail. Getting a load of label now. Label licking. Got a load of it. So. That's got a bit of poke to it, isn't that? It's just lackluster as the IPA. It's a nice amount of poke, is that? Swirling again, not wanking. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a lot fruitier. Yeah. That's got a fucking load of flavours, that. Well done, Verdant. I can see coming out between them all, and I can see close link to the pale and the IPA more. I think the IPA, I mean the double IPA, I think the IPA is a bit drops off a little bit. But the pale is lovely. That's my pick of the bunch. Unexpected to me, as I'm sure it is for you. So that is all three. I can't hold them up now because they're all open. I'm not going to drop them on my fucking work laptop, but I am going to show you my pick of the bunch, and that's phase one. Didn't expect it. Verdant and Track. Exciting to try them. Maybe I'm going to tell you, fell a little bit short of expectation. I thought these were going to be absolute humdingers, but nice beers nonetheless. A nice evening of quaffing for the rest of the evening now with these three beers. Very nice. I'm going to go phase one and be my pick of the bunch. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for persevering for the first 4 minutes of the video when I was a bit fucking bit stumped by what YouTube Studio is. I'm used to StreamYard, but StreamYard, as everyone knows, is really fucking unreliable. But so we might be back here. I'd like to do these more often. If you're watching this, if you're stuck with me for 45 minutes, if you like this kind of thing, I feel like I want to do. I mean, I know Dave has been doing a bit more live stuff, and I kind of like this instead of going out and drink too much. I'll stay at home and drink too much. Not really. Drink a little bit and turn out a little bit of content and just have a bit of a reaching out to folk, bit of presence, bit of back and forth. It's good. Picking themes, picking little batches of beers, maybe 2, maybe 3, who knows, and doing a little live stream on a semi-regular basis. But yeah, I'm always full of ideas, but let's see what happens. But if people are interested, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. I'm Rob from Hopzine. This has been a bit of a shit show, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you've tried these beers, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.